Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Monday, and you know what time it is? It's time for another episode of FXck The What If. You guessed it, it's me, Aaliyah. Excited to get into another episode. As always, I always want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. This week, before I forget, I do want to do a Q&A video in the near future. So if you're listening to this, send me a question, anything that you feel like you want to talk about that you haven't been able to bring up with your homies, something that you want a second opinion on, just let me know. I am looking forward to hearing your messages and hearing from you guys, but without further ado, this week's episode is somewhat similar to an episode I did a couple weeks back. This one is about retail. Things that I've learned, things that I think you should know as a person who shops in the retail industry, and what it looks like now with COVID. What could etiquette be? All that kind of stuff. So this whole pandemic, right? We're all living through it together. I mean, you would think. Somehow, in November, there are still people who don't want to wear masks, who don't want to believe that that's a thing. But aside from that, we're going to talk about what it's like to work in retail in the first place. So, a little bit of background story. My first job was in fast food. And, well, no. I worked for Dairy Queen, and I laugh because our slogan is it's not fast food, it's fan food. So, yeah, anyways, shit. People suck, especially when it comes to their food. I don't know what kind of complaints I used to get. Ice cream being melted or not enough toppings, just randomness, but I swear to you, it felt like I had found the light at the end of the tunnel when I started my retail job. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys where I work, but it is a great store. For the most part, it's super Canadian. Like, it's owned by Canadian Tire, so it's not found anywhere else. We're one of the main, big box retailers in Canada. Anyways, there's a lot of different types of people that come through our store. And originally I worked in a separate department store. So in a plaza, people would choose my store to come into. They would browse my racks, ask for help, whatever. If you're a customer who asks for help, asks for directions for things, I just want to say I appreciate you. In retail, our number one job is to make sure customers, one, feel welcomed, and two, they know where to buy the shit that they're looking for. So please ask away. Do not hesitate. If you came into our store for one item and one item only, I will 9 times out of 10 be able to tell you exactly where it is in the store. If you're a customer who comes in and just enjoys browsing, look all you want. Honestly, enjoy. If this is how you spend your free time, looking at items that you don't want to purchase, cool. Maybe not during a pandemic. Any other day, cool. But don't fuck up the display. Lesson number 1. Please, I beg you. I understand tags and stuff are tucked away in a special place, in a special area for it to look pretty. So yes, I mean, you should feel just a little bit bad if you've ruined 3 or 4 because you're looking for the right size. At least if you have made a mess, just let us know. Just let us know. Honestly, 1, it gives us something to do. And 2, we won't be so mad. The last thing we need is to have just folded that table, walk back, and see you fucking it up. I'd rather you let me know that you fucked it up rather than me be surprised by the fact that it's all askew, I guess. But, minor details. I mean, things happen. My job is also to fold after you, but also takes 2 seconds if you need to ask for a size, if you don't want to fuck up our display. As a retail employee, we try to make ourselves identifiable. I've got a big old walkie-talkie on my ear. I know you can see it because it's bothering me. 2, we're all wearing the same thing. And I have a name tag. So, don't hesitate. I'm not going to bite you. In fact, I probably want you to get out of my store faster. So if I can speed up the process for you, please, I am at your service. I don't want to knock anybody that enjoys shopping, though. It's a fun pastime. Retail therapy definitely makes a lot of people feel better, me included. It's nice to go ball out on yourself every now and then. Feel a little dipper-dapper, but just remember there's people who work there who have to fall behind you to make sure that, 1, you're serviced correctly, and 2, the store is fucking clean. Do not be one of those customers that goes into a retail store and thinks that the first associate or any associate that you see is going to become your personal shopper. Oh my God. How many times have I had a customer that's come in? So I used to work in footwear. I don't anymore, but I used to. That's a department where you literally just pick the shoe that you like. I'm going to run into the back, bring you your size. Ask me questions about what the functionality is. Cool. But if you ask me for my recommendations, I'll give you a handful. Please do not expect me to help you decide after that. Okay? You're spending your money, not me. I could tell you anything about this shoe for you to buy it. I promise you, I crossed my heart I could. But at this point in time, I'm not your personal shopper. I've got 4 other customers that are looking at me sideways because I've now been talking to you for 5 minutes and I can smell that kid's feet from over here because I need to go grab him another shoe because he's already taken off the first 2 pairs that I've brought. So if you'd excuse me while you make up your freaking mind on whether you want to spend $200 or $85, I'll be right back. Same goes for clothing associates. The last thing we need is to hold your hand while you're deciding what color you want between 2 of the exact same item. Pick one, bro. If you don't like it, there's a return policy that my cashiers will tell you about on your way out. I promise. At the end of the day, we talk to a lot of people. And I speak for a lot of us when I say we don't actually care what item you walk out of our store with. We just hope that your interaction with us was pleasant. We speak to so many different customers on a daily that the last thing we need is somebody to exhaust us emotionally. We're already pretending to be happier than we are. I have a customer service voice. This is not the customer service voice, but I have one. It's for the job. My job is to be nice to you. My job is to assist you and make your shopping experience as pleasant and as easy as possible. It's not my job to help you decide on what addition you're going to bring home to your wardrobe. No. If you need a size, I got you. If you need to know what item is going to keep you the warmest, I got you. If you need a recommendation on a squat-proof tight, ladies, you know what I'm talking about, I got you. Fellas, you want a hoodie that doesn't say you want too much, but also doesn't say you're fucking lazy? I got you. But please, I beg you, don't ask me what I think your whoever or therefore is going to think of this item, because 9 times out of 10 I'm going to say, Oh, yeah, that's awesome. They totally love that. Bro, I don't know them. I know that I like the item, but that doesn't mean they will. You don't know me. You don't know if I like rap. You don't know if I listen to jazz. What does my opinion really matter? I really just think that as a retail shopper, you should really not have the expectation, or you should try your best not to have the expectation that we are at your service, at your beck and call. If you look lost, I'm going to ask you if you need help. If you're fucking up my display, I'm going to ask you if you need help. At the end of the day, I get paid less than I should to be maybe a little bit too nice to people. But hey, puts food in my fridge, makes me happy. It's kind of fun sometimes. Another thing not to do as a as a customer. I say retail, I mean like clothing. I can't speak for Walmart or like actual like department stores, but I sell like, I don't know. I sell hard goods and clothing. um so I speak for these items in particular. Please don't bring things back past the return date. Please. You sound ridiculous. We're roasting you all the time. All the time. My job at the cash register when I'm handing you your receipt is to let you know how long you have to bring it back and what the terms and conditions are for that refund. Unwashed and unworn. Please and thank you. Ooh. So, if you're bringing me something that smells like Downy with no tags on it, and you have had this item for more than 3 months, and we're sitting here looking up your receipt, just know I'm seething underneath my smile. Sorry about my dog barking, by the way. He's just letting me know there's people out there. Return policies are in place for a reason. At the end of the day, we're a store. We try to make money. If you may or may not forget, if you so happen to have other things in your life going on and this so happens to slip your mind, forget about it. Yeah, it's likely that maybe they'll be nice enough to take it back. Yeah, you know what? We probably will. But just know that affects the employee, one, who returned it, and two, it's just a loss. It's a loss for everybody but you. It's a little bit selfish, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Don't take nothing I say to heart. I feel like I need to say this and remind you guys every episode. All this is really just my opinion. I'm not a professional. Yes, I work in retail, but again, take what I say as a grain of salt because my brain is different from the next person's brain. Okay, now that we've got that disclaimer out of the way, another Monday in a row, yeah, just be a good human being. Don't be difficult. If you have the thought in your brain that, oh man, they might have to go above and beyond or out of their way for me, don't ask. Please don't ask. I mean, if it's really important, sure. And if you do ask, just be really nice about it. It doesn't take a lot. It's free to be kind. If we say we don't have something, please don't be like, ugh, well, it's always like this here. Like, God damn it. You really had to take that out on me, G? How do you think that makes me feel? Or, yo, okay, something else that's funny. I don't know if well, not funny, I should say common. You or people in retail have experienced this, but I have like a thing that I say when customers come up to check out. I'm always asking them, did you find these items okay? Very specific question. Did you, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, find these items that are on my counter all right? Yes or no? It's not a, it's a yes or no question. Did you or did you not have a hard time? Ah, sick, all right. I hate Mia. Yeah, I found everything, but nah, G. Save your explanation, please. I found everything, but better. Okay, I might sound bitter at this point, but do you know what time of month it is? It's Christmas, guys. It's a Christmas season. It's November 30th. If we don't have it, it is very likely somebody else already bought it. I am sorry. Feel free to ask, though. I shouldn't tell you not to ask questions. That's what I'm there for. That's what I get paid to do. But ask those questions while you're out on the floor. As a cashier, there's really not much I can do except offer to order it online for you. Floor associates are literally sales advisors. We advise you on how to purchase the item so we get a sale. So don't save that question for cash. As somebody on the floor, I am more than happy to tell you I don't have it, where you can drive to get it or where you can call to see if they have it in stock. Especially during this, like I said, it's November 30th. During the holidays, there's a lot of hot items. We sell, like cooler coffee mugs, I guess. I don't know what else to call them. Insulated coffee mugs, that's what they're called. Those, number one Christmas gift every single year. Please, please, if you know what you need to get, plan ahead of time. Saves you the headache, saves the retail associate the bad experience. And it makes your gift recipient super duper happy. So, I mean, I just see winners, you know? A lot of people, I feel like, look at retail associates and think, they just fold and adjust things on the hanger, take my money, they cash me out. Like, no. Unfortunately, it's really not that easy. It can be really emotionally exhausting having to bring your best self to work. It can be pretty exhausting. A lot of my colleagues who do it as a full-time job are there, especially now that it's the holidays, about 6 or 7 days a week, depending on the traffic, even with the pandemic, depending on how many in-store orders we get. Things like that really do have a large impact, just in general, on how our days are going. So before you make a snide comment about having a hard time finding somebody, or like, if you think you're about to be petty, please save it. We don't need it. We don't need it. I know that you know that we also don't deserve it. Please don't just disrespect retail employees because they're retail employees. Yeah, it's just emotionally draining. Have a little bit of empathy. Understand that we really do, most of the time, try our best to make sure that we've met all your needs and that you're willing to come back to our store and spend more money one day. That's what we're here to do. It's taught me a lot about patience, though, because, of course, these are things that I'm asking you guys not to do. These are things that people do already. Just need to make sure that that is very clear. It happens. Everybody's different. There are people that just live their own lives and lead their own lives differently than you would maybe expect. So if you feel like being super nice to a retail employee just once in a blue moon, hey, do that. But it is another job. We're essential workers, but we're not paid like essential workers. Even freaking nurses in Canada aren't paid like essential workers. But yeah, be nice. We are human. We are here to help you. And yeah, help you spend your money. Of course, I did say I wanted to teach you guys a couple lessons. Like I said, patience is number one. But the other thing is just being nice to everybody. Of course, you get customers who you assume, well, you have to treat like you think are stealing or whatever. Because some people actually are. Like, that's just the shitty fact. People go into stores to get things that they don't want to pay for. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's part of our job. We really can be very like fake and sounding, but trust me, like it's as genuine as customer service can get. Personally, I don't care if you buy this product or not. What I do care about is if you leave a good review or tell my manager that I did something nice or something. Maybe I'll get a gift card, or maybe you'll come back to the store, or maybe it'll make my day. Whatever small thing it is. I want to apologize if this episode was a little rambly. ReTail has been a huge part of my life. It's definitely something that I'm going to touch back on. This topic wasn't as positive as I had hoped, but I mean, future episodes can balance this out. Again, just want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode this Monday. Yeah, send me some messages. I want to hear some questions that y'all have. Let's get some discussions going. Thanks again for tuning in and listening all the way through to the end. You have a great rest of your week.